Now that we've heard it and we know what it does, let's just turn it off first of all. Oh, criminy, maybe it is haunted. So, is this toy haunted? Or does it have some trick up its sleeve? We're gonna hopefully find out. This is the Playhome espresso maker, I guess. This belongs to my niece, who is not quite 2 years old, and it was found in a thrift store, Value Village, and yeah, apparently this will just make noises all of its own accord. Now, I've tried working out whether it's, I've tried making loud noises to see if that sets it off, clapping or whatever. I've tried, it went off when I thumped something down on a shelf, but I can't be sure if that's a coincidence or not because I haven't been able to replicate that. So my grand plan is to set it up on my little stage to my right with a trail cam and my micro cassette recorder, dictaphone. So we're going to run this experiment for a week, have it sitting there on the little stage with these two guys capturing what they can, if anything happens. Already, while I was filming the episode about soothing sounds, I had this thing running next to me and I caught it on film doing its thing. But yeah, we'll get to that later. First, let's have a look at what it does. The speaker's in the back, so what I'm gonna do, I think we'll have Mr. Foam help us out and we'll put it, I'd put it sideways, but it just kind of looked funny, I think. Okay, so let's hear what it does. And just when you think it's finished, oh, maybe that is all it does. Okay, but you press this button here. Yeah, you get the idea. And then this other button, or function, well, that's new. So this is the setting I leave it on for the experiment, and what you just heard, the dripping and the little tune, is what it does all by its lonesome while it's sitting there. Okay, so for me here it'll be a week, but for you at home it'll be almost instantaneous. See you in a moment. Well, that week just flew by, didn't it? But what about the results? Well, the short answer is there weren't any. We got one sound on the tape recorder, but that was from the same night I was filming, and it doesn't really count. The trail cam didn't pick up anything other than some instances when I came downstairs and turned the light on, and the shadow passed over the setup, things like that. So it was a bit of a wash. The Manitou from the future here. So I reran the experiment after modifying this contraption, and damn near filled the tape up with it going off. Unfortunately, this caught nothing. I guess the little light wasn't enough to set it off. But yeah, I'm going to play you a little bit of the tape recordings. It was on this setting here. Which does that and plays a little tune. Anyway, let's hear that and we'll get back to the episode. Alright, so what I want to do is get a reading on the dB meter to see exactly how loud this thing is, because one of the things that I want to do with this is fit some kind of resistor to just tone down the volume a little bit. There's no volume control whatsoever, and I'm sure it can be quite alarming if you hear this thing blaring out in the middle of the night, as the case may be. We finally got some googly eyes for this guy. So let's measure 4 inches to be scientific about this. So yeah, we'll place the microphone there, turn on the device, and first of all let's get a reading of the ambient sound pressure level. And it's pretty much reading 40 dB, which is as low as this thing will go. You can see as I'm speaking that it bumps up to about 60. So with the meter running, let's turn on the device. Oh. So it looked to me like we were getting about 70. Let's try it one more time on... Oh, now. The on switch seems to be a little bit sensitive. Maybe that's part of what's going on with this thing. Let's switch to the coffee cup setting. Oh, I saw an 80 something there, 83. So it's quite loud, all things considered. Okay, so now that we've got something of a baseline, about 70 to 80 dB, we can proceed. Thanks for your help, Mr. Tape Measure. Let's get some foam. I just want to cushion the fronts. I don't want the button going off or anything. Oh. Well, that was interesting. Did we bump the switch or what? Definitely something suspect. Whoa! Definitely something suspect there. Alright, so now that it's calmed down, let's get it open. Now the screws are quite deep in there, and also that's a skinny little hole. So my usual tools will not cut it for this episode, and oh, look at this. This screwdriver matches our friend Tapey here. The device is still on, as I showed you. Oh dear. I woke it up. If you look in there, it looks like it's built to have a portafilter, which obviously was lost to time because this came from a thrift store. So perhaps it's designed, you put the portafilter in and it makes some kind of noise. I thought there might be a switch. I cannot see one, and this little blue thing that you might just see is in fact a hole where you can put water in. I just taped this up to keep this from flopping open while we're messing with it. Oh, looks like someone else had the same idea. So if you look down in there, you can see there's another hole. So you pour water in here and then it acts like a real espresso machine, in as much as water goes in and comes out. So yeah, as far as I can tell, none of this has anything to do with the sounds it makes. Back to our operation here. Oh, I see what's going on, I think. The sticker is keeping it closed. And probably that too, what I just put on there. If only I had a... Oh. Now, that was interesting. My finger is touching the on-off knob, but I didn't touch the button. The plot thickens. Alright, so where was it? Yes, okay. So carabiner with a knife on it to the rescue. Carefully slice down here. Carefully. There we go. Now, again, the button is here. I didn't touch it. Ghosts indeed. Right, now, this thing is driving me to consternation. What is your secret? Hey, all right. And I think we're safe in leaving the batteries in there. It appears that that is part of the main body. There we go, look at that. Okay. Maybe what I'll do, let's take this off too, so that we have everything in one piece. There we go, look at that. It's jumping for joy, it's off of there. Let's put this beastly piece of crap over here. Alright, what do we have? There's the screw there. And oh, what about this portafilter thing? Or the group head, I should say. Listen to how tinny and horrible that is when it's not attached to the plastic. That whole piece of plastic is acting like a resonator. Isn't that something? I think if we're careful, that'll just pull right out. Yep. Okay. Oh no, now look at this. This here, well, it comes out. This here, ew. Dog hair and cat hair or something. Alright, so this little plunger here lets water in and out, and it's attached to the on-off switch. If you turn the switch, it opens a little plug and out comes the water. Isn't that something? So, the on switch, as well as opening the valve that lets water through, it's got two contact switches here. The first one second one it's just a matter of not being springy enough, I think. Or if we bend that down just a hair, maybe a little bit more. Basically all I'm doing is taking this top contact and just bending it a little bit. I mean, it's a little better. While we're in here, we might as well look at the circuit board. Let's just remove this thing. See, there's nothing even remotely switch related in that. Alright, so let's have a look at you. Who guessed that there's a black blob over here? Oh yeah. Contact switch, black blob, positive negative from the battery, switches and LED. Pretty simple, and then on the back we have two capacitors and a resistor. In regards to what we were seeing before, where jiggling the switch, knocking it on the table, etc., it's just the dodgy connection right here between the hey, wait a minute. This isn't on. This is off. But I pressed the button and I am flummoxed. It seems the only things that activate this are the 3 contact switches. There's no motion sensor, no light sensor. And other than that one connection being a little dodgy, and this thing somehow magically bypassing the on switch, I don't understand why it behaves the way it does. It's still a mystery. But at least we've seen the guts. Dare we mess with it a little bit? Let's connect our bending wire to the resistor. That was interesting. Let's do that again. Isn't that fun? Alright, so let me talk you through what I've done here. We have one lead attached to the resistor. We have the other lead attached to the other side of the resistor via this contact on the back. Between them we have a 1 mega ohm potentiometer. So I've been granted permission to add this modification, and I'll also fit the resistor that I mentioned in line with the speaker. So in conclusion, is this thing haunted? Well, I can't really say. All I can say is that it's not voice activated, it's not light activated. If anything, it's activated by jostling it, like that. So join me again another time when we'll add these modifications. And in the meantime, keep your mind open about these things. And let me know in the comments if you have any haunted toys. Thanks for watching.